Schmigadoon.
Schmigadoon.
Schmiga, 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 schmiga. We know we belong to the land, and the land we belong to is grand. So when we say, oh, that's right, today we are talking about Schmigadoon. TLDW, this show was fantastic. But do I want there to be a season 2? Find out as you watch this video. My name's Imani Van Buren and welcome to my channel, IVB Watch With Me, where I talk about all things TV, movies, and lifestyle, and vlogs. Don't forget about the vlogs, we love vlogs. I remember when Schmigadoon first came out. I was in Atlanta at the time visiting my family, and I stayed up until midnight, Atlanta time, and I watched it all that was available to me anyway, which was the first 2 episodes. And I honestly had such a blast. It was so fun to watch. I just loved it. Schmigadoon, if you haven't heard about it already, is a show about a couple played by Keegan-Michael Key and Cecily Strong as Josh and Melissa respectively, who basically fall into this magical musical place called Schmigadoon. And their only way out is by finding true love. Monty, they're dating. Aren't they in true love already? That's what Cecily Strong's character Melissa thought. Up to us as audience members to see how it all goes down. I was so excited about this show and it didn't let me down. I liked how you had the ensemble cast show up progressively. First you had Dove Cameron as Betsy, then Queen Ariana DeBose as Emma Tate, and so on and so forth. One person I wish there was more of, though, is Jane Krakowski, but more on that later. Let's talk songs. My favorite song to listen to out of all the music was With All of Your Heart. I have it stuck in my head right now, and it's so snappy and fun and just all around a fun time to listen to. Then there's the opening song, Schmigadoon, which is very Oklahoma-esque. You get an introduction to all the key characters. And Pete, who is a running gag and keeps getting hurt throughout the entire series. Another favorite of mine was Suddenly. Mild spoiler, but Suddenly is a love song with a bit of a twist in which Camille as Doc Lopez sings his part to Melissa. Meanwhile, Ariana DeBose as Emma is singing her part to Josh. Let me stop for a second. If you've only seen Jaime Camille as Rogelio de la Vega in Jane the Virgin, you guys are missing out. And you got a whole nother thing coming. He can sing, you guys! Something I felt was interesting was the fact that Ariana DeBose and Keegan-Michael Key could play student and principal in one thing and then totally change gears and then play like lovers.
Oh, that word bums me out unless it's between the words meat and pizza.
In the next thing that they're in. Some may find it weird, but I just think it's a testament to how talented they are. And speaking of talent, Kristen frickin' Chenoweth. It was so good in this! She's no stranger to playing villains, but brunette villains in an iconic all-burgundy look. We gotta give her snaps. Next up, there's Jane Krakowski. I get it. You had to cut some of her star time because she only appeared in 1 episode. And that feels appropriate for her character arc. But I just freaking love her. Man, I love her. There's also Alan Cumming, who does a spectacular job as Mayor Aloysius Menlove. I thought his songs were pretty good, especially that last one. And if you've seen the series fully, I think you know what I'm talking about. I'm not gonna spoil it, but he loves men. I really want to talk now about Melissa and Josh's characters. Keegan-Michael Key is almost never the straight man in any of his projects, but in this, he's the straight man, voice of reasoning character, and the comic relief. I mean, how is that possible? Honestly, such a good actor all around, and we've been standing him since this moment.
Y'all want to play? Okay, then. I've got my eye on you, Jay Quellen.
And Melissa. I fell in love with Melissa personality-wise, and I feel as though if me and or myself and I feel as though if myself or any other musical theater nerd were to walk into Schmigadoon, we'd all have the same reaction as she did, which is kind of like looking at it with pure awe and then just diving straight into it. And she ended up working out pretty well with the cast and characters, except for Mrs. Layton. And now we have to give it up for the showrunners. Ken Dario and Cinco Paul made this show what it is. And guys, if you're watching, which you're not, honestly, thank you. One of the things I noted from Jump was the fact that this show was made for me. I mean, I love musical theater. I love Saturday Night Live. I love comedy. I mean, who doesn't love comedy? But I love all things that have to do with comedy. I am a comedy nerd. And I feel like they mixed everything up that made me a nerd and made it into a TV show, which is freaking awesome. I love everything that this show is. On that note, should there be a season 2? Honestly, no. I like it just the way that it is. I like the ambiguous ending. I feel as though if they made a season 2, it would kind of ruin a good thing, and I don't want them to ruin a good thing, so I don't want there to be a season 2. Alternatively, I do think a different angle that they could take with this. Now, listen to me now. They could make it into an anthology in which a completely different set of characters, not Melissa, not Josh, not doctors, they switch everything up and make two totally different, or it could be a group of people, 3, 4, 5, I don't care. But if they took someone different and made it, and then they made them walk into Schmigadoon, it could probably work. So that's my review. Thanks so much for watching. Again, my name is Imani Van Buren, and this is IVB Watch With Me. I really hope you enjoyed this. Let me know in the comments, what were your thoughts on this series? Do you disagree with me? Should there have been a season 2? Were you rooting for Josh and Melissa like I was? I mean, I really, really was while I was watching this. Let me know. Hit me up. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a lovely day. Bye-bye. And let me stop right for a second. If you've only seen Jaime Camille as Rogelio de... If myself or any other musical theater nerd If myself and or any other musical theater nerd were to walk into Schmigadoon, I feel like we'd have the same... I'm pretty sure we'd all have the same... There's also Alan Cumming, who plays Aloysius Menlo, who does